Here we go. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. All right, again. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are one, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 here we go to be. Yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, hey, hey. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. All right, everyone, say hello to your neighbor.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
B.
Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody get up on your feet. Woo! See the light in everybody you meet. Come on. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Woo! And that is how we open a Celebrate Sunday at VTC. Zach Santella on piano, Matisse Gubby-Hurtig on bass, and Kelby McNair on vocals and drums. And wow, what a community choir, you guys. Oh my God, it's so much fun. And Gary Lynn Floyd, thank you for that super awesome song. That is one of my favorites. Oh, okay, so here we are, another Celebrate Sunday. And before I go on, I'm going to ask, is there anyone here for the first time today? That's Kay right there. Kay, thank you for joining us today. How about we let Kay know how delighted we are that she's here with us today? We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. Let's give her a hand, guys. Amazing. Thank you for being here with us, Kay. All right, so I'm actually going to switch mics for a bit. Okay? Yeah, thank you. So here we are at the Victoria Truth Center for another Celebrate Sunday. And we basically come together to do one thing and one thing only. And that is to remember what? Someone shout something out at me. Why do we come together? We are love. What else?
We are spirit.
We are spirit. We are joy. What else?
We are God in expression.
We are God in expression. So many things, and all of that really is coming together to mean the same thing. There's one thing going on. Everyone and everything is that, and it's up to us to decide how much of that joy, that love, that expression, that God, that creativity, that divine energetic flow, the infinite potentiality of the quantum field, whatever you want to call it, how much of that we want to experience at any given moment. And I guarantee you, every moment we are choosing. Whether we're aware of it or not, we are choosing how much of that awesomeness that we are, that wholeness that we are, that power, that presence, that profundity that we are, how much of that we are allowing ourselves to unleash out into the world. So we're here to remember that. We're here to celebrate that. We're here to remind each other and ourselves that that is the only thing that is ever going on. So how is that sounding and feeling on a Sunday morning here at VTC? Woohoo! Fantastic. Okay, so let us also remember where it is that we are doing this remembering and celebrating, that we are on the unceded lands of the Lekwungen peoples, the Songhees and Esquimalt nations. And if we take a look at this phrase that I pulled off the website of the Songhees Nation, it says, "We are keepers of the spirit of our ancestors and of the generations to come. We have been here since time immemorial, and we will continue to thrive." And so this is about honoring where we have been. It is also about opening up to where we can go and who we can become, and being in harmony with both, right? Because there's this incredible rock-solid foundation. Sometimes we've got to pick apart the foundation and make it a little bit, more rock solid, but there's a rock solid foundation that we are springing from, and we are springing from that as this incredible, amazing, divine, energetic flow, as love, as God, as joy, as creativity, as infinite potentiality. And we're doing it on these lands that have been stewarded with so much consciousness, with so much reverence, with so much awareness, and so much love. And so what an absolute gift it is to be here now, to work, to breathe, to play, to co-create on these lands that have been stewarded so profoundly, so beautifully. Aishka. All right, time for some reflective music. Who's singing?
Either way.
Either way. Well, we went back and forth with this. It was going to be Kelby, then it might be me, and then it was going to be Kelby. And I think in this moment, I want to hear Kelby, because I didn't hear Kelby when we were in Toronto last week because the stream didn't work. And so if you want to sing along, please do. But yeah, let's hear Kelby sing this tune.
Oh yeah, do that. Sorry. Oh yeah, that's good. Hi everyone. How are you doing? Great. This is a beautiful song that, of course, you can see that Lesia wrote. Words and lyrics, kind of amazing. Bit of a hit. Please join me. In every breath. Sorry, I'm going to start again. In every breath, every pulse, there is love. With every thought, every word, there is love. When I open up my heart, I can feel my soul revealed. Is in the grace of this space, there is love. When I trust and I know I am strong, with pure faith I lean into the song that inspires and reflects the harmony and sacred text that's been the wisdom of my heart all along. That inspires and reflects the harmony and sacred text that's been the wisdom of my heart all along. Every moment, every hour, I choose peace. day, every way, I choose peace. Let go of the old and surrender to the new. I leave behind what clouds my mind from seeing truth. As I let go of the old and surrender to the new, I leave behind what clouds my mind from seeing truth. Zach Santella.
In the grace of this space, there is love. In the grace of this space, there is possibility. And so as I stand here, anchored in truth, feeling this knowing in every single fiber of my being, what I know is that love is all there is and consciousness is everything. And as I open up to the infinite possibilities of who I can become, as I allow myself to lean into every single now moment, knowing that every now moment is a beautiful, profound opportunity to heal, to grow, to expand, and to connect. I know that there is that in each and every individual present in this community. And so as each time we breathe, as each time we open up to the spaciousness in between the breath, there is opportunity to open up to the infinite possibilities of who and what VTC can become. So for all that is present and for all that is on its way, knowing that this Celebrate Sunday is our best one yet, I release my word as law, knowing that right here, right now, and in every single now moment, there is pure love, there is pure possibility, there is grace. So I release, I let go, as together we affirm, and so it is.
In every breath, every pulse, I am love. With every thought, every word, I am love. As I yield unto my heart, I can feel my soul revealed. In the grace of this space, I am loved. As I yield unto my heart, I can feel my soul revealed. In the grace of this space, I am loved. Yes, in the grace of this space, I am loved. Yes, in the grace of this space, I am loved.
That was such a treat. Thank you, gentlemen. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, okay. And what a treat it is to be able to treat in the middle of a song. I just love that. Okay, so switching gears a little bit, moving into our monthly theme, which is forgiving, and the affirmation that we have to go with, which is, as I intentionally release resentment, anger, and revenge about the past, I more consciously embody the certainty that love is my true nature. And so as a reminder for those of us who were here at the AGM, if you were here, then you would have seen Sheri's presentation of the new VTC Values Compass. And one of our statements is something, something, something. I live with the certainty that love is my true nature. And so that's part of the reason that that phrase is in there, because we want to be able to remind ourselves of our identity that came together through the 2 visioning forums that so many of you participated in last year. So forgiving. We started a forgiveness class yesterday, and 15 people in the class. Not everybody was there yesterday, but 15 people in the class. And wow, what a beautiful and sacred experience it was. The things that people came in with, the things that people are opening up to, and everybody, even the people who were saying, I don't have anything to forgive. Oh, wait a minute, yes, I do. Everybody is ready to let go. Everybody is ready to let go of resentment, of anger, of revenge, of whatever baggage people are carrying and have been carrying. And so what I'd love is I would love to hear from some of you about what this theme is stirring up in you right now. We're almost halfway through the month, and so there's been some opportunity to lean into the theme, to lean into the affirmation. I know that there are 1 or 2 people here who have something they'd like to share, so I'm going to offer the mic for a couple of brief shares. Who would like to go first? Reverend Gail.
So when I look at anger and resentment and revenge, it says about the past. So it's like I'm looking at the past, I'm not living in the present. And the biggest thing about forgiving is it's not for the other person, it's for me.
Yeah.
So it's the gift that we give ourselves again and again and again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you. I'm going to ask who wants to go next, and then Reverend Gail can just pass that person the mic.
Come on.
Barb right here in the front row. Thank you.
I guess I should stand. You're honored to sit. I was in the class yesterday, and I expressed in the class that for the longest time I thought I'd done it all. I'd been to AA where you have to. Every Tuesday morning I go to my prayer group, which is based on unity stuff, and we discuss the truth of our nature and our love for one another, and ask for resentment freedom, anger freedom, all those things. So I thought I was done. And then Lesia talked me into taking this course. I said she sat on me, but figuratively, she didn't. She just sat on that chair so close to me, I could swear she was sitting on me. From the moment I decided to take this course, I couldn't go to bed without remembering all the things I was still pissed off at, mad at, angry at, ready to explode with. And I decided, yeah, I'm in the right place. I knew I was in the right place. I knew that Lesia knew more than I did about the state of my being. I strive to be loving and loved. And that I feel is my true nature. But this stuff niggles, and it's got to be gone. I bless you all for sharing in my growth. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Gail, and thank you, Barb. Barb, who made a point of saying there's no laugh in McLaughlin, yet had us in stitches at one point. All right. Okay, so I invite everyone to continue leaning into our theme for the month and seeing if this affirmation continues to stir something up in you, and are there things that you're ready to let go of, maybe things that you've been carrying for a while, maybe things that are niggling, and maybe things you're not even aware of. So just continue opening up. All right, so here we go. It is time for our feature tune, with Zach Santella, Matiska Bihertig, and Kelby McNair. Gentlemen?
Well, hello everyone. We were talking amongst ourselves as a band and thinking about a song that might work for this particular theme. And this song came to us. And the idea behind it is really that it's a process of, in a way, acknowledging the things that might seem weighty or that feel like they're hanging like a yoke around your shoulders, and then that they're in the song there's a metaphor or a comparison that I think is like what Lesia is talking about, that we all can open up to and embrace. We hope you enjoy it. If you feel like singing along, please join in at any time. Up in the morning, out on the job, work like the devil for my pay, while that lucky old sun has nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Fuss with my woman, toil for my kids, and work till I'm wrinkled and gray, while that lucky old sun has nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Good Lord above, can't you know I'm pining? Tears all in my eyes. Send down that cloud with the silver lining. Take me to paradise. Show me that river. Guide me across and wash all my troubles away. And like that lucky old sun, give me nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Let's hear from Matiska Bihertig. Lord above, can't you know that I'm pining? Tears all in my eyes. Send down that cloud with the silver lining. Take me to paradise. Show me that river. Guide me across and wash all my troubles away. And like that lucky old sun, give me nothing to do but roll around heaven all day.
Zach Santella on piano, Matisse Gubby-Hurtig on upright bass, and Kelby McNair on vocals and drums. Let's give them another hand, please. Beautiful. All right. Is the other mic off? All right, just taking a moment here with my papers. So this past Monday, Glenn and I started a new class. So I'm in a class and I'm teaching a class. And so it's a unique position to be in. It's actually a really cool position to be in because it would sort of seem like, these classes are unrelated, but they actually, like, building the bridge and finding the bridge between the two, it's all related, right? Because it's all consciousness. So the class that we're in on Monday nights through the Global Truth Center Los Angeles with our super amazing, fantastic teacher and really, 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 like, just wise and smart individual, Reverend Dr. Lori Savage. She is teaching a class called Quantum Habits. And the book that she is using is this book here, Atomic Habits by James Clear. Anybody here familiar with this book? A couple of heads nodding, but not very many. Okay. I have listened to the first 3 chapters 3 times in the last week because there are so many nuggets and ahas in there. And the reason that this class came out, that she's doing this class, is because the Tuesday night group that I've mentioned before, the Noticing Ninjas, that Glenn and I have been a part of since Lori's last class from last year in February, we have been developing habits. We have been becoming very conscious of the things that we are doing and seeing what's working, what's not working. And one of the things that I talked about a few weeks ago was when one of the women in the group and I started doing this 5 minutes a day. This, I can't remember what the acronym was that I use now, but it was 5 minutes a day for me to tidy up the piles of paper on my floor that were organized in categories, but just weren't making it to the closet. I don't have a filing cabinet, so the box that's in the closet, but they were all there. And then her office was another situation entirely. And so she kept talking about her office and how it was weighing on her for months. She would talk about this and my papers and piles and this and whatever, and I'm so behind. And finally one day I'm like, just show us the floor, just show us the office, rip off the Band-Aid. She's like, no, I can't, I got to clean it up a little. I'm like, well, you haven't for the last several months, so just show us. So she picked up her computer and she walked around, and at first we're like, that's not that bad. And then, whoa, it's like, how can you even walk around in that? But anyway, so I'm like, here's my phone. Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., I am calling you. We're setting a timer for 5 minutes. I'm going to go and attack my piles of paper. You're going to start working on your office. And we did that for 28 days straight. And then it got a little challenging for me because I find that on Sunday morning when I get up at 5, this is all I want to focus on. And if something else, it just interrupted the flow and everything kind of, suffered is not quite the word, but whatever. So I ended up dropping off, and she's continued, and this class is partly a result of, that success. Well, what I have to confess is that in the first 4 months of this year, as I was going through, and I'm just going to keep embellishing it every time, the 97 Dark Nights of the Soul, the papers started going back on the floor. And this time not neatly at all. It was just like, wherever they land kind of thing, because I don't have it in me to do anything else with them, because some days it was just about existing. And then it finally got to the point where it's like, what is happening here? This can't be anymore. And so I have to do something about this because I also have to get my taxes done, right? And these papers are all over the place. So this class is happening now on Monday. And so now I have a new partner to go through this, 5-minute challenge again. And so I chose my papers again. And just in a few days, it's just the spaciousness, it's so amazing, it's so fantastic. But what's really interesting is reading this book. And why can you have all these great intentions and have all of these things that you make plans for and then go and even do them, but then you fall back into the habits that got you there in the first place. And so it has to do with identity and how you see yourself. But that's a little bit further down the road. What I want to talk about today is the micro changes, the little tiny baby steps that can seem so insignificant in the moment, but as they compound over time, wow, can they ever make a difference? And the reason I want to talk about it is because that's part of why we come together. That is part of why we take classes. That is part of why we meditate, we pray, we have whatever spiritual practice we do every single day, because it is practice, practice, practice. Not so that you get like super good at it. I mean, you will get better at certain things, but it is because you need that consistency to continue becoming who you can become rather than who you have been up until this moment. So at the very beginning of the book, in chapter 1, I think, James Clear is talking about the competitive British cycling team and says that since 1908, they had won only 1 gold medal, and otherwise their track record was abysmal. So bad, in fact, that no bike manufacturer wanted to be associated with them because they thought if they did, their sales would drop, right? And so then in 2003, apparently the team hired Dave Brailsford, this guy, to coach them, and he started making teeny tiny changes right away. Some of them were like they started rubbing alcohol on the tires so that they had better grip. They really paid attention to the massage oils that they were using when the guys were getting massaged so that their bodies felt good. They started making them wear electric heated shorts so that their muscles were warmed up. And all of these tiny little incremental changes started having a big impact. And they continued, not just with the obvious, but the not so obvious ones, like they painted the inside of their vans white so that any teeny tiny speck of dust that might go unnoticed but could, mess with the integrity of the machinery, the bikes, that they could get rid of the dust before it messed with the bikes, right? And what ended up happening in just 5 years was that this team that was basically a loser of a team that nobody wanted to be associated with, that had won 1 gold medal, went on to win 178 world championships, 66 Olympic or Paralympic gold medals, and 5 Tour de France victories. All because of these teeny tiny incremental changes that compounded over time. And so when I read this, I was like, oh my God, this is really neat, because I just had the coolest experience at my vocal lesson on Friday. So last week, I sang my song. And when I sang my song, from the beginning, I could not get grounded in my breath. And so I felt completely out of breath the entire time. I didn't feel anchored. And I'm like, in my mind, this is my song and it stinks the way I'm singing it. And so when I had my lesson with Lexa on Friday, she's like, what do you want to work on? And I said, Lexa, I think I need to work on my song, because this is what happened. And it was right after I talked a whole lot, and then I realized, oh, now I have to sing. But I mean, I often sing 3 songs during service, and so this wasn't, something really new. But it's a slower song, there's nowhere to hide in there, and I just, it just didn't feel good for me. So she said, okay, sing it. So I sang it, and I finished, and she's like, Lesia, don't be such a breath hero. And I'm like, what? And she's like, you can breathe, And I'm like, what do you mean? And she starts singing it, and she's like breathing after every phrase. And I'm like, whoa, that is so different. Like, even though I'm singing more now than I'm playing piano, I played piano for years when I was younger. And for me in piano, which was mostly classical, it was all about the phrasing and all about, you got to make everything sound super fluid. Try not to use the pedal. I don't know if that's, part of your world or not, but my classical teacher was like, do not use the pedal unless, specific composers or something. You got to do it all with your hands, spirit of illusion kind of thing. And so I'm like, what? I can breathe? And so there were all of these breaths that I could insert. And then she's like, why are you singing in such a low key? And I'm like, well, because so I can hit the higher note. She goes, no. Like, it's just like it's sounding lifeless and dull. You need to sing it in a higher key. So we went up, just a half step. That's it, like a half step, not even a whole note. Sang it in a higher key. All right? And then she's like, and Lesia, it's really slow. And I'm like, it's a reflective tune. She's like, doesn't matter. It's really slow. And I even saw you towards the end of the song, speeding it up a little bit. And so those 3 changes, just inserting a bunch of breaths, finding power in the breath to go into the next line, not taking as massive a breath, which I'm so used to doing, just like, a shallow one, changing the key, changing the tempo. The song was a completely different song, and I felt completely different as a result. And then on that same day, it didn't occur to me until today as we were driving here. Before I went to my lesson, I was at the gym. I don't know if you guys know that I do this. And so I was at the gym and I was doing deadlifts, which I haven't done since I started working with Gareth. And they're one of my favorite exercises to do, but I haven't really done them a lot since I moved here from Toronto. So I'm like, I know what to do. And the deadlift he shows me is a completely different kind of deadlift than the ones that I'm used to doing. So I'm practicing with the bar and he's like, not straight knees, bent knees. So I changed my knees. Okay, that fixes my hip hinge. And then he's like, not all the way from the floor, only from your shins. Okay, just from the shins. And then he's like, and it's not a tuck, it's a corkscrew. And then the last thing was, and then do this with your hands, which I totally forgot about because it's a hack when you're lifting heavier things, because it sets your shoulders and then you're not reaching, like everything is set, right? By the fourth set that I did, like it was just, night and day. And I just said, all these teeny tiny changes can have big impact. And again, it's just like what we're doing here and how we're living our life. Everything that we do, every breath we take, every thought we think, every choice we make, every feeling we have, every story we tell or retell, everything compounds over time. And if we make more conscious choices about what we think, what we feel, what we believe, what we experience, how we experience, the choices that we're making, the action steps that we're taking, all of that builds and builds and builds and builds. And if you do it consciously, then chances are you're going to experience a life that is more in keeping with what it is you want to experience, rather than, oh my God, how did I get here? Right? So my talk title today is In the Grace of This Space, because it was in that pause, in that space, where all of a sudden the world opened up to a different experience. And so we need to take time. We need to take time to pause. We need to take time to breathe. And we need to take time to listen to what's happening and coming up in that pause. Which takes me to the forgiveness class yesterday. As I mentioned, several people, 15 people in the class, not everyone was there, but people will come and go. And how many people started off when they introduced each other by saying, I came there, or I wasn't going to take this class because I didn't think I had anything to forgive. And then, Lesia sat on me, which is, but most people in the class, I didn't think, but like, oh my gosh, yes, I totally do. And a lot of people there, it came down to, and I need to forgive myself. I need to forgive myself so that I can do this. And really, it comes down to living more authentically, living compassionately, and just living as the love that each and every one of us is, with no strings or conditions attached. So people were coming in with humility, apprehension, some with compassion, some with commitment, some with curiosity, almost everyone with baggage, and almost everyone looking for acceptance and understanding and peace of mind, body, heart, and soul. And so in the forgiveness book, the Book of Forgiving by Bishop Desmond Tutu and Reverend Mpo Tutu, they write, forgiveness takes practice, honesty, open-mindedness, and a willingness, even if it is a weary willingness, to try. This healing journey is a practice is a verb, something in which we must participate. Okay? The third big principle of New Thought, we create our reality. No one else. We create our reality according to how we use our mind, consciously or unconsciously. We create our reality according to how we open our heart. And so it's about personal responsibility. Nobody can live your life for you. Nobody can engage in your practice for you. It's up to each and every one of us to practice. And sometimes that practice is about these tiny incremental baby steps. Back to Atomic Habits. Too often, we convince ourselves that massive success requires massive action. Meanwhile, improving by 1% isn't particularly notable, sometimes even noticeable, but it can be far more meaningful. With my song, breath, key, tempo. With the deadlifts, knees, corkscrew, hands. Like, what a difference just those teeny tiny things made. So forgiveness, in the Forgiving book, every single chapter is structured in a certain way. And there's a part there that says, now let us pause to listen to what the heart hears. And so in one of those sections at the beginning of the book, it says, I am stronger, I am more beautiful, and I am infinitely more precious than you thought me. I will forgive you. My forgiveness is not a gift that I am giving to you. When I forgive, my forgiveness will be a gift that gives itself to me. So as was offered, it's all about forgiving ourselves. Sometimes we need to forgive others to be able to get to that, and that's what we're doing in our class along the fourfold path with the tutus. But ultimately, it is about forgiving ourselves, because once we forgive ourselves, then at some point, at least I hear, there's nothing left to forgive. So over time, consistent tiny changes make big impact. When we pause, breathe, and listen, we can find power and grace so that instead of repeating what has already been, we can open up to who we can become. So in the end, 1% changes, those tiny little baby steps, whether it's singing a song or doing a deadlift or walking the fourfold path of forgiveness, like being willing, open, and curious, all of that leads to big changes. Acceptance, compassion, forgiveness for ourselves, each other, and our world. Thank you, and so it is. Whew. Okay, so now's the time for some conscious conversation, and I'm just going to put this out there because it came to my attention that a couple of people have come, and conscious conversation isn't necessarily their jam. So conscious conversation is meant to be an opportunity to dig into what it is that just happened, what it is that you just heard, to unpack, some of the concepts, not necessarily to share deep feelings. I mean, you can if that's what's happening in your group. But if any of that isn't something that you want to do, then you know what? No one's forcing you to do it. So this would be an opportunity to just get up, stretch, move around a little. But for those of you who do want to dig in and unpack a little bit, then I invite you to just take your chairs and shift them into little groups of 4 and have a conversation about whatever it is that is coming up for you. And then we'll come back into the room and we'll carry on. Okay? Thank you. All right, everyone, come on back from your very engaging conversations. All right. Yeah. Nope. The You Are Beautiful box is out, and I'm going to pass it to Gail so that Gail can take a blessing and pass it along. And as everyone is receiving something, receiving a blessing or an affirmation. Really? Well, there are a few in there about forgiveness, but yeah, I try to make them topical, Yes, but you get exactly what you're meant to get. It's just uncanny. All right, so how are people feeling right now? Woohoo! Yay! Clapping, jazz hands, fantastic. All right, well, that place that the woohoo and clapping and jazz hands comes from is this eternal wellspring that never, ever, ever runs out, right? And so what does that mean? It means that we get to share some of that wellspring with our community, with the world. So if you would like to share financially, then there are a bunch of different ways to do it. And what that does is it ensures that we get to keep on doing the kind of stuff that we're doing at Celebrate, at Elevate, at all of the different things that we're offering through VTC. So feel free, however it is that you feel called on your heart to do so. However you are offering your generosity of spirit, I invite everyone to place your hands on your heart. And with enthusiasm, let's declare this abundance blessing together. In gratitude I give, in gratitude I receive. By embracing generosity with enthusiasm and delight, I celebrate the infinite possibilities of living life lovingly, and so it is. And so I invite you to close your eyes or lower your gaze for just a few more moments, allowing that gratitude, that generosity of spirit, that wellspring that is forever flowing and overflowing to continue to overflow and radiate out into the world, knowing that every single moment is a brand spanking new opportunity to heal, to expand, to grow, to connect, to be generous. And so knowing that all of that generosity of spirit continues to flow out into the world, healing, prospering, blessing as it does so. And so what an absolute gift, what an absolute blessing it is to be here now, in community together, remembering who and what we are and the infinite possibilities of who we can become. So for all that is present, for all that is on its way, I simply say thank you for it all, as together we say, and so it is. All right. Friendship Sunday today, even if you didn't know it was Friendship Sunday, even if you didn't bring some food, please stay. There's always enough food to go around. It's happening right after Celebrate. And thank you to Ava and Debbie for bringing some stuff with you. Ava prepared more food. Thank you to Gloria, who I think is downstairs, bringing up a whole bunch of stuff so that people can eat and drink and be merry. So thank you for this hospitality team that is starting to come together, and for all of the abundance that we're about to lean into. Thank you. Elevate every Wednesday night from 7 to 8:45, featuring Elevate band leader right here, Mr. Kelby McNair, and then Pablo Cardenas on piano and Peter Dowse on electric bass. 90 transformational breathwork every third Saturday of the month. This month is subconscious mind reprogramming, which is one of my favorite new journeys. And so there's still 5 spots left. If you're interested, let me know. I see a face like, so yep, that's happening. And Healing Circle every first and third Sunday of the month now. So the next one is happening next Sunday, April 20th from 12:15 to 1 p.m. Reverend Carolyn and I facilitate. And it's a powerful, powerful experience. Powerful 45 minutes. Soulful Soundscape. The tickets are up on Zephy. If you got the newsletter, you will have seen the link in there. If you didn't, then there is a new flyer on the wall, a new flyer on the door with a QR code. All you have to do is scan it, and it'll take you right to the ticketing platform. Get your tickets, because there are limited seats, or not seats even. Seats, there will be some chairs, but floor space, because we're going to be lying down and we're going to be immersed in crystal bowls and gongs and whatever it is that Reverend Thomas is bringing with him to just open us up and expand us. So that is happening. And how may I serve? We have approximately, I think it's 62 members now at VTC, and there are so many ways to be of service, so many ways to shine. And so there are some clipboards on the Imagine table back there. So before you go today, and when you are lunching with your fellow community members, I invite you to take a look at the different ways to be of service and sign up for at least one committee, and bring some of that time and talent that you have into our community as we build community together. What can we know for you? If you or someone you know is in need of prayer, prayers at victoriatruthcenter.org anytime, or there's the little butterfly box on the table back there. Just fill out a prayer request form, put it in the box, and the VTC prayer team will pray for you and yours affirmatively. And if you're not already signed up for the newsletter, please do. It is the best way to know what's happening and when at VTC. Anyone have anything that's going on in the community that you would like to share, that you would like people to come and support or come to? Reverend Joanna standing up.
Today's Spiritual Living Circle is meeting this Wednesday at 1 p.m. at my home. If anyone's interested, please just see me.
All right, thank you very much. Oh, yep, Grace.
So next Sunday in Vancouver Way, there is a Tao ancient ceremony. The ferry is leaving here at 10, and then there could be pickups. So if anybody's interested, it's a Tao master from the other side of the world comes, and it's an incredible thing, and it's very in alignment with these teachings. So if anybody's interested, let me know. I'm Grace. Thank you.
Amazing, thank you very much. Okay, anything else? All right, so just before we go into our last tune, I just want to make an announcement which some of you are aware of, maybe some of you are not, but I just wanted to let people in this community know, because we are a New Thought community and there is a larger New Thought community in this city and on this island, that Reverend Carrie Hunter, who for over 8 years was the lead minister and spiritual director of the Victoria Truth Center, of the Center for Spiritual Living Victoria, made her transition about a week and a half ago. Yeah. So she was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer at the end of last year with only about 3 weeks to live, and hung on for many months, including celebrating her birthday in January, and spent the last several months with her family. So I know that many people here knew her. Whether you knew her or didn't, I just invite us all to hold her and her family and everyone touched by that powerful presence, because she was a powerhouse, just to hold everyone in our hearts, knowing the greatest and highest, that there's time and space and grace to feel all the feels and to navigate everything over this loss. Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to move into our last song, Holy, Holy Way.
And this song is one of my favorites by Rickie Byars from Agape. And the reason we're singing it this month is because this is an opportunity to really walk the talk. Okay? So I'm going to invite you to stand on up. And when you sing, I want you to feel it. This means I'm showing up as God, as love, as creativity, every moment of every day, intentionally, on purpose. Okay? Here we go. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love,
you guys are the
let
red.
me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me know that love is all around.
Let me know that love is all around me.
Oh, let me know that love is all around.
Let me know that love is all around me.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me learn from all the ways I fall.
Let me learn from all the ways I fall.
Oh, let me know that love will heal us all.
Let me know that love will heal us all.
Oh, let me walk each day a little wiser.
Let me walk each day a little wiser.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
All right, everyone, please bless your neighbor for the week or until lunchtime. share the good that's overflowing.
Let me share the good that's overflowing.
Oh, let me care for those around the world.
Let me care for those around the world.
Oh, let my steps reveal the path of peace.
Let my steps reveal the path of peace.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Mr. Zach Santella on piano, Matisse Gubby-Hurtig on upright bass, Kelby McNair on vocals and drums, the VTC Community Choir here. Oh my God, I love you guys. Oh, the online community is actually there, Grace, behind. Yeah. So thank you for tuning in, whether in person or online. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. We'll see you next week. Time for lunch.